Senate Committee on Transportation, Housing, and we would like to call a roll, please.
Bell?
Here.
Bell here. Canella?
Here.
Canella here. Allen? Here. Allen here. Bates?
Here.
Bates here. Gaines? Galgiani?
Okay, searching.
Leyva?
Here.
Leyva here. McGuire? Mendoza? Here. Mendoza here. Roth? Wykowski? Yes.
We have a quorum. We'd like to welcome our guests. I'd like everybody to turn their cell phones off, and conversations will be held outside our room so we can have our business conducted efficiently. We have 4 bills we're going to hear today. We want to be respectful for people's opinions, so we ask people to not cheer, applaud, show other than waving your hand for supporting what you hear, if you like. But we want a respectful process at the committee level. So if members are ready, we will call our first author, and that's, we have Senator Carol Liu. Welcome, Senator. And Carol Liu will present SB 876. Senator, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, members. This is a subject matter I know that is very difficult for all of us, and this is the second time that I have introduced a bill on homelessness. SB 876 specifies that individuals experiencing homelessness be allowed to access and use public spaces without being discriminated against based on their appearance or housing status. In other words, the bill allows a homeless person to do in a public space what any other person would be allowed to do. It does not elevate the homeless to a protected class. You recall my bill of last year, SB 608, drew criticisms from cities and business interests, and SB 876 is a new bill reflecting a response to the concerns we heard in the homelessness hearing last year. Members, I'll just remind you of the numbers that make this issue one of the most pressing societal issues of the day. Homelessness is the graphic representation of our society's unsolved problems: poverty, affordable housing, health care, and mental health. California is the 8th largest economy in the world, yet home to the nation's largest unsheltered homeless population, approximately 115,000 folks. We also know there are about 300,000 California public school students who experience homelessness sometimes during the school year. Our homeless are veterans, our foster care kids, our LGBT youth, mothers with children, people with physical and mental disabilities. And it really is time to address the plight of the homeless head-on as a social issue, not a criminal one. Members, I want to make several things clear about SB 876. This bill does not prevent law enforcement from protecting public health and safety or their authority over any person engaging in an illegal activity. Also, it does not apply to private property. I wrote this bill to specifically address concerns expressed by Senator Canella last year. It does not apply to publicly owned land that is closed to the public, including parks and Caltrans land fenced off or otherwise closed to the public with sign postings. 876 specifies that time restrictions to the use of public spaces imposed upon the general public will also apply to the homeless. Citing and arresting the homeless for simply engaging in behaviors necessary for their survival often leads to a rejection for jobs, education loans, and housing, and further denies them a pathway out of poverty. We know that resources available today to serve the homeless population is limited. SB 876 provides cities the opportunity to redirect the money and energy they currently expend on policing the homeless to more proactive strategies like provide housing and rehabilitative services and supports. Initiatives such as the bipartisan $2 billion bond for housing and mental health services will offer much-needed relief to the homeless, but that will take time for these projects to manifest themselves in our communities. In the meantime, we should be pursuing a two-pronged strategy that supports increased funding for housing and services and discourage criminalization. And I have witnesses in support of this effort.
Thank you, Senator. We'll hear the witnesses, please. Witnesses in support of the bill.
Press your button. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, there you go.
Hello, my name is Juliana, and I'm a formerly homeless single mother living in San Francisco. I have a master's degree in French literature, and I used to teach college-level French. And 4 years ago, I was sleeping in vehicles, parks, BART stations, and doorways all over the city while pregnant. Luckily, I was able to get into transitional housing, and eventually, more miraculously, I won a housing lottery where I currently live with my 3-year-old daughter. This is an absolute exception. Most formerly homeless families that I've known have been pushed out and priced out of the city. Like most people, I had never planned on or expected to become homeless. But the truth of the matter is, most Americans are living from paycheck to paycheck and are only one eviction, one medical emergency, one layoff away from being on the streets themselves. There are seniors, youth, LGBT folks, women fleeing domestic violence, veterans, and people with disabilities out on our streets across the state. Most people had homes and jobs at some point until their life took a turn for the worse. Becoming homeless was one of the most eye-opening and formative experiences of my life. It helped me understand humanity and compassion in a way I had never previously considered when I was housed. I thought it could never happen to me, but it did, and it could happen to anyone. Homeless people are human beings who deserve to have the same basic human rights as any other individual. Instead, we penalize them for being poor and not being able to afford housing. The state sweeps them out of the way and prevents them from performing basic life-sustaining activities, from sleeping to sitting to using the bathroom. By far, dogs are treated better than the homeless on our streets. I remember the sweeps in San Francisco. I remember seeing cops kick people awake, the Department of Public Works spraying sleeping people with cold water, confiscating our possessions, including bedding and tarp, needed for comfort and survival to protect us from the elements. And these were never returned to us because they were evidence of our criminal activities of sitting, lying, sleeping, and lodging. Sleep deprivation and water torture, that's disgusting and inhumane, and it happens on our streets every day, and that's the real crime here. The state of California does not care about homeless people. All the men, women, and children who spend their nights on the streets or in shelters, from the DPW sweeps to the SFPD raids, the message here is clear. Leave, because we will literally make your life so intolerable through sleep deprivation, constant harassment, and we will deprive you of the things that you need to achieve a bare minimum of comfort and dignity while living unsheltered on the streets, when it's a fact that there aren't enough shelters for the homeless population in the state. Coupled with the criminalization of homelessness and poverty, this only perpetuates the trauma for homeless individuals and severely affects their physical and mental health and often leads to death. In the last year alone, I have lost 4 friends who were perpetually homeless. I recently found out that Matt Day died last November on the streets of San Francisco, and I had lived with him on Market Street. He was kind and caring, a talented artist and a loving soul, and the way our society treats human beings, that is what killed my friends. People say that it's irrational for the state to behave this way because it is inefficient in solving the problem of homelessness, and it doesn't help people, and it is not cost-effective to the state itself. So, what motivates the criminalization of our most vulnerable population? The only conclusion that I can draw is that politicians and decision-makers truly do not care about the welfare of homeless people and are working actively to push them out of the state through constant harassment and torture, or to eradicate them by making their attempts at survival so futile that they simply die out. I am here today hoping that you can prove me wrong. Do the right thing, the compassionate thing, the humane thing. Pass this bill, pass SB 876. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker, please. Welcome. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Wilson. I'm a program manager at Hospitality House, a community center in San Francisco's Tenderloin, and our organization is a proud endorser of SB 876, authored by Senator Lieu. Simply put, we believe that homeless people are afforded the same constitutional rights to due process and equal protection that are embodied in the 5th and 14th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution. SB 876 asserts that the state has a compelling interest to ensure that all its citizens, regardless of housing status, enjoy the same right to public space, free of harassment or discriminatory treatment. Laws with discriminatory effect, regardless of their intent, should be and must be prohibited, particularly when such laws increasingly criminalize status rather than behavior. Reports issued by the National Law Center on Homelessness and Policy in 2014, entitled No Safe Place, the UC Berkeley Public Advocacy Clinic report issued in 2015, and an update recently issued late this month, all document an increasing number of local codes throughout California criminalizing life-sustaining activities of homeless people. Discriminatory enactment and enforcement of so-called quality of life infractions, these local codes that have the punitive effect of removing homeless people from or restricting access to public space ordinarily enjoyed by other members of the public, have no place in our enlightened society. And frankly, the evidence also shows an increasing insidious pattern of race-based and class-based discriminatory treatment in our justice system. The imposition of burdensome fines, issuing of bench warrants, clogging already overburdened courts, all diminished our ability to address California's housing crisis and ever-deepening income inequality, as well as growing poverty among California's children, already the highest in the country. Our jails are increasingly filling up with poor people who can't afford to pay the price for their freedom. Homelessness and poverty are economic problems. Therefore, the solutions are economic. We want to applaud the efforts of various members of this committee and other colleagues who are dedicating themselves to efforts to address the root causes and root solutions of homelessness and poverty. The Select Committee on Women and Inequality, we believe, is an effective tool and an important one to address poverty amongst women and children. Discrimination is not. Increasing funds for transitional age youth in crisis living on the streets is an effective tool to address homelessness. Discrimination is not. Expanding resources for the Equal Access Fund to ensure access to legal services by California's low-income residents is an effective tool to address inequality. Discrimination is not. And undoubtedly, Senator Kevin De Leon's No Place Like Home initiative, these are efforts and tools that we want to applaud and support toward solving poverty and homelessness in our midst. Discrimination, criminalization, incarceration are not tools in fighting poverty and homelessness. They are punitive measures that need to be prohibited. You'll hear today that SB 876 applies to private businesses. It does not. You'll hear that SB 876 will allow people to block sidewalks and doorways. It will not. You will hear about behaviors having nothing to do with the right to rest, behaviors that will still be illegal after SB 876 passes. And none of these are unique to homeless people. There's a quote about, if the law is on your side, you argue the law. If the facts are on your side, you argue the facts. If you have neither, you talk about something else. This bill is about discrimination and eradicating it in our midst. That's all it is. And we should support efforts to ensure constitutional protections and rights for all of our residents and not criminalize people according to their status. We believe that the continuing crisis in our jails and our criminal justice system is not justice. We do not believe it solves poverty and homelessness, and we point out a couple of additional facts. According to the National Center on Homelessness and Families, California ranks 48th out of 50 states in child homelessness. According to the Children's Defense Fund, every minute of every hour, of every day in America, a child is born into abject poverty. We have no more time to waste on laws that punish poor people while we continue to accept poverty. Not one more minute. We thank you for your consideration. We hope you will say yes to SB 876.
Thank you. We'd like to have other people indicate support for the measure, so please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. Jessica Bartholow with the Western Center on Law and Poverty, a sponsor and in support. Urge your vote.
Thank you.
Elisa Della Piana from the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights, a co-sponsor and in support.
Okay, those of you in the audience who wish to indicate support for the bill may go to the mic where the gentleman right over here is, and please just give your name and your organization, if any, and your position on the bill. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Becky Gier with the ARC and United Cerebral Palsy California Collaboration, the Developmental Disability Coalition. More than half of the people who are homeless in California are disabled, and we support the bill.
Hello, my name is Michael Garcia. I grew up here in Sacramento County in group homes, in foster homes. Since the age of, let's say, 9 years old, I remember sitting in a room with people my age and older than me telling me that out of 100 and I don't know how many
Hey,
kids that were in this home.
Michael, you're right here. Hey. We just want you to indicate your position on the bill. Rather, you know, we don't,
I support SB 876.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Colleen Rebecca from St. Anthony Foundation and also co-chair of California Hunger Action Coalition in support of SB 876.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Maria Alatorre, organizer with the Coalition on Homelessness in San Francisco, and I support SB 876.
Mary Kate Connor, Executive Director, Caduceus Justice, San Francisco. I support SB 186.
Monica Beamer, National Assembly to End Poverty, and I support.
C.T. Weber, Peace and Freedom Party of California Legislative Committee Chair. We stand in support. Might also add, if poor people could run for office without the burdens and costs and signatures in lieu of filing fees, they could get on the ballot and we'd have a whole different situation.
My name is Kelly Cutler. I'm an organizer with the Coalition on Homelessness in San Francisco, and I support this bill.
My name is Coral Fagan. I'm an organizer with the Western Regional Advocacy Project, and I support this bill.
Angeline Drummond with California Coalition for Youth. I support this bill.
Philip Bautista, on behalf of the American Nurses Association Board of Directors and Legislative Committee, we support this bill. And personally, as a registered nurse and licensed public health nurse in California, and on behalf of my 92 family members who are registered voters, we also support this bill. Thank you.
My name is Raymond Ramirez, and I've been homeless for a long time, and I support SB 876.
My name is Sarah Menifee. I'm from the group First They Came for the Homeless. I passionately support this bill. Please do the right thing.
My name is Colin. I'm a student here in town. Please support the bill.
My name is Matthew Hawkins. I support SB 876 also.
My name is Lisa McGurty. I'm with Sacramento Loaves and Fishes, and we support this bill.
Hello, Courtney Hanson with Californians United for a Responsible Budget. We represent over 60 organizations across the state. Strongly support the bill. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ana Maria Roglan Munoz. I'm with Café, Clothing and Food for Everyone. Please do the right thing. I'm in support of SB 876. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lori Blazich, and I am a proud member of Occupy Sacramento. And I implore you to take this first step toward a California that does not make us ashamed, but that fulfills its promise to the people and support. Please support SB 876. I'd also like to know if we could submit our 2-minute comments in writing.
Oh, anybody can submit testimony, please do. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Barry Hermanson, San Francisco Green Party. I'm also a candidate for Congress in San Francisco, and I support this bill.
Hi, my name is Robert Copeland. I belong to Shockwave Sacramento Homeowners Organized Committee and Doc Boys Disabled Rights Group, and I support this bill. Please pass SB 876.
Hi, I'm Jessica Harbin, and I support.
Hello, Sydney Reyes with the California Partnership to End Domestic Violence, and we're in support of the bill.
Hi, my name is Peter Hoffman, a private citizen from Chico, City of Chico in Butte County, and I'm in support of SB 876. Thank you.
My name is Steve, and the online hacktivist group Anonymous, through OpSafe Winter and OpRight to Rest, supports this bill. And so does the occupation down here that's been down here for a month. And before that, we've been 3 months at City Hall, and we'll keep at it. Thank you very much. Have a good one, sir.
I'm Raymond Flaw, and I support this bill.
Leslie with the Coalition on Homelessness, and I support the bill.
My name is Shira Noel. I'm Policy and Advocacy Coordinator for the Homeless Youth Alliance in San Francisco, and we strongly support SB 876.
Bob Orlenbush, the Sacramento Regional Coalition to End Homelessness, and a board member for the National Coalition for the Homeless in Washington, D.C., and we support the bill.
Hey, my name's Nikki Jones, and I'm a street outreach worker with Wind Youth Services here in Sacramento. Me personally and my organization really support this bill and hope you guys can side with the people on this one. The people, not the power. Thank you.
Casper Harmer, outreach social worker for the homeless, Harm Reduction Services. I strongly support this bill.
Bob Saunders, homeless activist, member of the National Lawyers Guild and legal observer for the NLG. Thank you, Senator Lieu, for having a heart and deep compassion and understanding. I support SB 876. We need to develop and find our moral compass in this country.
Hello, my name is Gail Wally. I work at Harm Reduction Services. I do outreach and HIV testing, and I support this bill.
Good afternoon, Senators. My name is Eric Ades. I am here representing the Southern California Homeless Bill of Rights Coalition, a coalition of 50 organizations, service providers, advocates, and organizers trying to end homelessness. We are in favor of SB 876 and all legislation that makes it easier for folks to get off the streets. I might also add I'm a former constituent of the great city of Santa Monica, as is my partner who is a researcher at Unite Here, and I hope those who represent those districts support this bill as well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Omar Sahak. I'm a third-year medical student at UC Davis, and I represent over 50 medical students, nurse practitioner students, and physician assistant students at UC Davis that are proud to wholeheartedly support SB 876. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Billy, and I'm part of a traveling group, and I'd like to say that we let sleeping dogs lay, and now it's time to let the people sleep. I support.
My name is Nathaniel Ham, and I support this bill.
My name is Grace Loescher. I'm the Youth Development Director of Tubman House, an 18-month transitional living program for homeless parenting youth. And on behalf of Tubman House, myself, and the brave young men and women who experience the very real and adverse effects of the criminalization of homelessness, we support this bill.
My name is Erica Talbot, and I work at a charter school in Oak Park, and I support this bill.
My name is Reginald Upshaw, Coalition on Homelessness, and I support the bill. And I want to let you know about the veteran who poured gasoline on himself this weekend in New Jersey and set himself on fire. These are serious times. Need to take serious measures and handle it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is James Fago Clark. I'm with Community Dinner Project, Occupy Sacramento, and a few other groups, and I also happen to be homeless. And I most definitely support SB 876. People have the right to rest and dignity. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mark Farrow. I'm from Journey for Justice in Merced, California, and I want SB 876 to be passed to protect basic human rights so that the homeless can live in dignity without harassment or abuse. Thank you.
My name's Elise. I am of the divine descent, the original descent, of the moral execution of the freedom of thought. I am a mother of children, and we are the people, of the people, by the people.
My name is Sydney Gordon. I'm with Community Dinner Project, and I represent the dispossessed and disenfranchised, which is apparently a lot, and I support this bill.
Hi, I'm Cody Media, and I support this bill. I hope that California can be a pioneer in the free and equal treatment of all citizens of the United States. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gina Mercer, and I'm from Merced. Please pass this bill and give us our dignity and our humanity back. Thank you.
I'm Sandy Perry. I'm an outreach minister with Cham Deliverance Ministry and a member of Affordable Housing Network in San Jose, California. We've been serving the homeless for 25 years. I, my family, my ministry, and all my organizations, we support this bill. Thank you.
My name is Robert Aguirre. I'm a former mayor of the Jungle, the largest homeless encampment that used to be in San Jose up until December of 2014 when it was closed. I represent 7,000 plus homeless people in the county of Santa Clara, 4,000 plus people in the city of San Jose, and we all support this bill. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sean Sullivan. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps and a concerned citizen of the people of the United States, and I support this bill to give people honor and dignity and a place to rest.
Hello, my name is Theo Jan Brown. I'm a medical student, but I'm also the director of a coalition for health equity in Sacramento, and we support this bill.
My name is Nathan Barnett. I'm also a medical student at the UC Davis School of Medicine, representing the over 50 students of the medical student, physician assistant, and nurse practitioner students supporting the right to rest, and we support SB 876.
My name is Elia Williams. I'm an individual who supports SB 76.
My name is Crystal Murad. I'm from Chico. I represent North Valley Housing Trust, Chico Homeless Task Force, 30 years in healthcare. I represent 7 other organizations that service the homeless. We most emphatically support this.
My name is Dean Lake. I support this bill. I'm currently homeless and I'm a vet, and I'm a volunteer at the Coalition for Homelessness.
Thank you. Pete Wywody, California Partnership and Health and Human Services Network. We see criminalization as a huge contributor to poverty in this state. We insist that you pass this bill, and also on behalf of about 80 of our members who are upstairs advocating for the passage of SSI legislation. They would all be here in support, but they're supporting that bill right now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jonathan Rapp, and I'm representing the vote no or no vote on SB 876 group. It's a vote against civil rights, and please, I will encourage you to support us. Thank you.
Vote no.
Hi, my name is Kana Hess with Coalition on Homelessness, and I support this bill.
Ava with the Coalition on Homelessness. I support this bill.
My name is Jesus Perez, and I'm from the Coalition on Homeless, and I support this bill.
Good afternoon. My name is Delmi Perez. I represent the Los Angeles Human Right to Housing Coalition Collective, the LA Human Right to Housing Collective, the Renters Day Los Angeles Coalition, and the Southern California Homeless Bill of Rights Coalition. We strongly support SB 876.